A couple years ago, I read a book about an early American settler kidnapped by Native Americans. She escapes with another elderly German settler, and they venture on a daunting trek through the wilderness back to their settlement. Starvation leads to them fighting each other for survival. Alone, the heroine makes it back to her settlement and sends the rescuers back for her companion. When they are reunited, the elderly German woman says by way of apology, "My heart was more emptier than my stomach." Did you ever feel that way? Perhaps not the starvation, but the barrenness of your heart. I feel like we've reached that point here in the US and in the world. The last 2 years of pandemic and dramatic governmental overreach have left us tired, terrified, and at each other's throats. 20 years ago, while reading my Bible, something I do too little of these days, I came across Habakkuk 3:17-19. Although the fig tree shall not blossom, neither shall fruit be in the vines, the labor of the olive shall fail, and the fields shall yield no meat. The flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stalls. Yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will joy in the God of my salvation. The Lord God is my strength, and he will make my feet like hinds' feet, and he will make me to walk upon mine high places. This week I remember the song Through It All, which used to be sung by my family's friend Dan Adkins. Dan was something like a courtesy uncle to me growing up, even though we didn't use the term uncle. He had been in my dad's youth group before becoming a gospel singer and preacher. I know now that song was very popular and sung by many gospel singers, but to me it was Danny's song. Finding recordings by others online has led me to other songs from the 70s and 80s that are forgotten in church now, it seems. We've moved on to other newer music, and that's not my topic for today, except to say I'd like to see a return of some of these older songs and those from years before it, like It Is Well, and traditional hymns like Be Thou My Vision. But that's a topic for another day. The last 2 years have been hard in so many ways, more for some than others, no doubt. We've all lost someone we know. Some have lost the closest of family members. We're hurting and tired. We need to restore our faith. We need to remember the joy of the God of our salvation. My prayer is that we can do that sooner rather than later, that I can do that sooner rather than later, and that we can fight not just for the political foundation of our nation, but also for its soul. We need a reawakening in this country.